My mother passed in the season I was able to see early blooming roses on the street. I missed her so much. But I didn't feel really lonely because of my father's hard work. However, he married a woman after I entered middle school. She became my stepmother, and I immediately came to know that we'd never be on good terms.
Toma-san, right?
Yeah.
As of today, you do what I tell you.
Oh. She was overly strict with me. Maybe I could say she was just into education, but I was sure that she was everything my birth kind-hearted mom was not. She was so controlling.
You can take over your father's business if your test scores are this low.
She often said that maybe that was her way to say hey or something. I spent my days hoping to move out of the house as soon as possible, but my father passed as I graduated from college. I was the only successor, so I had to stay. And actually, my stepmother was so depressed that I could never leave her alone. Dad ran a major enterprise, and she was one of the board members. I thought she married Dad into his money, but I came to know that she loved him. Then, I made up my mind to take over Dad's company so that I could support her. However, we spent 20 years expanding the distance between us, and it's not easy to fill it. It's really uncomfortable for me to live with her because Dad isn't around anymore. One day...
I have something to tell you.
Yes? Now what?
I'm arranging a marriage for you.
Huh?
Come in. Hello.
A girl in the uniform of my father's company comes into the room. The company has so many workers that I don't recognize her. Maybe I've seen her before and forgot her. Large bangs over her eyes, bottle-capped glasses. She has all the cornerstones of a stereotypical nerd.
This is Hinako Mayama.
It's nice to see you.
Hold on, marriage? I never asked you to do this.
She's moving in with us today.
What? That's too sudden!
This is your father's will.
What? I've read his will, but I didn't see anything about this marriage thing. He was always a nice father, unlike this stepmother. He'd never tell me to marry an unfamiliar girl. This must be bullshit.
I'll work hard for you.
Huh? She doesn't understand I'm worked up? This is insane.
I'm going to the bank.
Hey! I'm not good enough at communication to hold a civil conversation with a stranger. On the other hand, she's smiling at me. It's either she's stupid or has nerves of steel.
What should I call you?
Whatever.
Then I'll call you Toma-san.
Yeah. I have to make myself clear. Don't take this personal, but I'm not gonna marry you.
Oh.
It's not your fault. My stepmother's selfishness got you involved in this.
Selfishness?
We've been on bad terms. I don't think I'd ever like any woman she brought for me.
Okay.
You've moved out of your apartment, right?
Yeah.
I knew it. I saw a moving company's truck out front this morning. I'll find an apartment for you. Don't worry. The fee for the move will be on me.
Hold on!
Huh?
You don't have to do that.
What?
I want to decide where to live myself.
Of course. I'll ask you what kind of apartment you want to move in.
To give me a month?
What?
I'll find an apartment myself while I'm here. Please.
As she said that, she bowed so fast as though trying to hit her head to the floor. Would it take her a month to find an apartment? Or my stepmother told her to marry me no matter what? Even if I kick her out, my stepmother will bring her or someone else home. Maybe I should take my time and convince her and make her understand I'll never get married. Okay, fine.
Thank you.
She seems happy for some reason. How come she can smile at a time like this? She's weird. The next morning, I got changed and went down the stairs. The girl was on the staircase landing.
Good morning. Breakfast is ready.
Oh! I followed her to the living room and see the table is loaded with seemingly delicious food. You made all of them?
Yes. I hope you like them.
I didn't see this coming because of what I told her yesterday. Is she appealing to me that she'd make a great wife? Well, it's not gonna work. Thanks. That was good.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm a fickle eater. Feeling guilty, I left the living room wearing an icy expression. But this soup was really great. It's my first time liking any food cooked by anyone else other than my mom or the housekeeper. No. If you don't want to get married, stick to it. At night, I returned home from work, exhausted.
Hey.
She welcomed me with a big smile.
How was your day?
I think I was such a jerk this morning, but seems like that's not enough.
Have you had dinner yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we done? I want to go to bed.
Oh. Okay. Good night.
It's hard for me to mistreat a person. I bet she was waiting for me. No. This is how my stepmother wants to feel. I got to be evil. The next morning, the house is arranged with flowers from the garden. Come to think of it, it was like this back when Mom was alive.
Toma-san, good morning.
You did this?
Yes. I heard your birth mother liked flowers.
Don't do this, ever again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't make me remember my mother like this. I feel humiliated. As I said that, I left home for work without having breakfast. Could you sign here? Yeah, oh. What? Nothing. Okay, thank you. I can't believe I forgot. Today is Mom's death anniversary. That's why she arranged those flowers. But she must have done that because my stepmother told her that. How desperate are they? While thinking that, a corner of my mind felt happy that someone else other than me offered flowers on this day. In the first place, she said she'd move out in a month. I'm not gonna become close to her, but I don't have to mistreat her. I left the office as I reached a good stopping point, and headed to the cemetery where my mother rests in peace. Oh, I spotted my stepmother and the girl in front of Mom's grave. By reflex, I hid behind a nearby tree.
If only you were still here.
My stepmother was brimming with tears, and the girl was kindly patting her back. What's going on? Did Mom know them? Who picked that girl and why?
Hey.
She welcomed me with a big smile, just like she'd done the other day. Do we have any soup today? I haven't had dinner yet. And the soup you cooked the first night was great.
Yes, I've cooked the same soup.
She seemed to have remembered that I didn't finish anything else, but the soup... It's got different vegetables.
I hope they're all to your liking.
Yeah, they're great! I'm not a fickle eater.
Oh.
I'm not proud of this. My stomach has been weak ever since middle school. I can't eat much, especially in the morning.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry I tried to make you eat a lot the other day.
Don't worry. I've been stressed out as a successor. I didn't want anyone to know that's why my stomach often hurts.
You must have gone through a lot.
Oh. No one else said that to me except for my birth parents. the son of the president of a major enterprise, living in a mansion. They believe I had so many things that one day, one of my classmates once said my wealthy life was worth the loss of my mother. I was shocked when I returned home, and it was my stepmother's turn to make me upset by saying, "You can't take over your father's business if your test scores are this low." Dad was away a lot for work. No one would offer me a shoulder to cry on. It's my mom's death anniversary.
I've been told that.
Is that why you arranged the flowers?
Yes. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry about what I said.
Oh, no. It's okay.
Hinako, thank you. She moved in with us to marry me, and her face is flushing red. I just called her by her name. She's so unique. The conversation we had on my mom's death anniversary was the impetus that we started speaking together little by little. Her soup is nutritious and so light to finish for a man like me whose stomach is weak. It helped me work more energetically, and I thanked her. I never put it into words, though. One day, when I returned from work...
You can't do that.
This is not your business.
I'm marrying Toma-san. I can't leave him.
My stepmother and Hinako were arguing. It was my first time seeing Hinako being upset. Why does she want to marry me? I'm sure she's not after my money. She's a frugal girl who makes broth from the skin of carrots. She always dresses impeccably. In the first place, I thought my stepmother wanted us to get married. What are they arguing about?
I never thought you'd stand up to me.
Of course I would.
That's what I want for in his wife.
Oh,
My stepmother abruptly passed out. I ran toward them in a hurry.
Toma-san.
Help me carry her to her room. She should lie down in bed.
Oh, okay.
We asked our family doctor for a house call. Is she sick?
Yes. She wanted me to keep it a secret.
Hinako told me that my stepmother has had a chronic illness for a long time, and her condition has worsened because of overwork after my father passed. That's why she wanted me to get married.
Maybe.
My stepmother ended up being hospitalized. It's gonna be just the two of us for a while.
Yes?
Why don't we have a chat?
Sure.
Let me cut to the chase. Who are you? Why do you want to marry me?
Maybe you don't remember me, but I've been in love with you since I first met you.
Really?
My parents run a restaurant and your family were regulars there before. One day when I was at the restaurant, you talked to me.
Hey, why don't we play together?
Sure. We played and talked in the garden of the restaurant. I had such a good time with you. You were my princess.
I'd like you to marry me.
Yes! It was a promise between kids, but I thought you were serious. However...
I'll go back ahead. Are you sure your stuff? Yeah, I have to study at home.
Toma-san.
Huh. Our son is in puberty.
But
You quit coming to the restaurant. I asked my parents to let me see him again, but...
He's in a different league.
Things would have been easier if I were a bit smarter as a kid. My father's words rather motivated me. I studied hard to enter a prestigious college and learned how to cook while working at the restaurant. I managed to join your company after graduating from college. And then, I finally realized you were out of my league. All the other girls in the company were so gorgeous and like me. You seem surrounded by a bunch of roses. A dweeb like me doesn't suit him. One day, when I was feeling down, your stepmother talked to me.
oh, I think we've met before.
Yes, you used to come to my parents' restaurant with your family.
Do you have plans today?
She took me to a pub. I got drunk and ended up telling her why I joined the company. He's my prince. He promised me he'd marry me. 1,000,000 years ago, though.
I can give you a chance.
Oh,
If you manage to melt the ice in his heart, I'll let you marry him.
she seemed to want to become close to you, but didn't know how to. In the first place, she respected your birth mother so much.
She left me with her own son. It's my duty to raise him to become a full-fledged man.
She regretted being strict with you all the time. You're great at everything, but don't know how to open your heart to others. She thinks it's her fault.
I'll let you marry him if you teach him how to.
I'll make it.
I had no clue. I never knew how she's felt about me. Sorry. So, I'm the one who made the promise.
It's okay. It's a promise between kids. It's reasonable that you forgot that.
I didn't mean to give you a lame excuse, but I remember the girl who I met at the restaurant.
Really?
Yeah.
Toma-san?
I'm sure she was much prettier.
What is it?
Stay still.
Oh!
Yeah, this is it.
Huh?
Your hairstyle and whether or not you're wearing glasses change your appearance a lot.
What do you mean?
Hina-chan, it's been a long time.
Toma-san?
You said I was your prince. You're my fairy.
Oh,
My stepmother has fully recovered since Hinako and I cooperated to have her rest for months. Hinako keeps an eye on her so that she can prevent her from overworking and supports her with her work. She supports me too.
morning. The soup is ready.
Thanks.
Toma-san, are you sure you're okay? You look pale.
It happens when I'm under pressure.
Huh?
And my stomach is weak.
I know that.
I promise, I'll make you happy. Will you marry me?
Toma-san.
You melted the ice in my heart. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, so...
I want to spend the rest of my life with you too.
Hinako. When I embrace her for the first time, I smell the scent of my favorite soup. Every time I look her in the eye, softness and warmth fill my heart. I hope she feels the same way as me.
Toma-san, I'm so happy for you.